Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of The Wave. I'm Trey.
And I'm Danny. We are so thrilled to be back for another amazing episode of The Wave.
But before we go any further, let's meet this week's featured artist, Nat Shunk.
I'm Nat Shunk, and I am from Hot Springs, Arkansas. My main genre, I would say, is like soft pop. I kind of dabble in like the indie and like folk side as well, but I feel like it's mainly pop. Most of my writing starts from lyrics, and then from there, I'll add piano or guitar. Every once in a while, I'll do a different instrument, but it's mainly those two. And then I like to bring it to a couple of gigs, mainly just like small ones like coffee shops or restaurants, to just like try it out and see how the audience would respond to it. And then from there, I can decide whether or not I want to record it. And then I normally find the producer that I like and that I like as well. And then from there, if they produce it, I just, sing a little bit. I think the favorite event that I've ever played at, I played at Hard Rock Cafe in Memphis once. And that was so cool. And it was like, not like planned or anything. Like it was like, I just like kind of showed up, I guess. And I don't know how it ended up working out, but it ended up working out. And I got to play a song or two. I didn't play much, but it was so cool. And that's it, but it was kind of just like spur of the moment, like, that type thing. And I don't know, it was really fun. I think my overall goal as an artist is more just to have my music make an impact on my community. I think that it would be cool to do this for my life and not have to be a waiter or something. But overall, even if one person walks away impacted by my music, I think I've succeeded.
All right, everyone, and we're here with Nat Shunk. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.
Yeah, let's dive right into the interview. So you're an artist, you're always working on new music. So what can you tell us about what's coming out soon?
So I can't say anything too specific, but I am having a couple songs come out in this next year. One's like a collaborative project, and then the other ones are written by me but produced by other people.
Sweet. We're so excited for that, to hear what you've been working on and stuff.
Yeah. Well, you're originally from Hot Springs, Arkansas. So what is the music scene like in Hot Springs? Is there a music scene?
Not really.
Okay.
So I know one other person from my school who's going into music, being an artist, that type of beat. Her song's Savannah Mabry, by the way. She has a song called Pieces Out, and I love her, and you guys should go stream it. Anyways, but besides that, there's really nothing else there. I play at restaurants and such, but there's no shows or anything.
Maybe you could go back one day and start up a big music scene.
Maybe. We'll see.
Fingers crossed.
We'll see, guys.
Yeah. So whenever you sit down and you write a song, what draws inspiration?
Honestly, it can be anything and everything. I think most of the time I try to do authentic experiences for me, and so I think that most of the time when I write, it's about what's on my heart at that moment. So if I'm happy, if I'm sad, if I'm missing someone, that's just what happens. But every once in a while, I'll, especially in co-writes, I'll sit down with somebody and we'll just go through a random word generator, and they'll be like, all right, here you go, here's a word, and things just happen. So, it's anything and everything.
It's so cool though.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. It's definitely, songwriting is what I love most, especially being an artist. I like performing, I like, all that jazz, but songwriting is where it's at for me.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. You mentioned co-writing with some people. What's that experience like, getting in there and just not having complete control of yourself, but having to collaborate with somebody else? What's that like?
Yeah, personally, I really like co-writing. I think that you learn so much from other people, and the talent at MTSU is really, really insane. And so I think that, especially when it comes to other people, I think sometimes my best work comes out when I work with other people, because not only do they nudge me in the right way if I'm kind of falling off track, but I think that when one person can't put something right in a verse, maybe the next person can, but then their idea for a hook for the bridge or a hook for the chorus is perfect. Yeah. So it kind of takes the best parts of each artist and puts them together.
Get somebody to bounce ideas off of. Mm-hmm. Well, you seem pretty involved in musical theater in high school.
Yes.
How has that impacted your songwriting? Has it impacted it in any way?
Kind of. So that's actually how I figured out what I wanted to do. So the summer going into my senior year of high school, I went to Arkansas Governor School, and I went there for musical theater, and I ended up writing short musical for it. And then at the end of the month that we were there, they asked us to put on like a showcase of what we had learned. And my teacher asked me to like write a closing number for it. And doing that kind of just like led me to be like, this is what I want to do. Because we ended up like putting the lyrics on the screen, because it was like, you know, an auditorium and there was a backing thing on it. And we put the lyrics on the screen for the last like chorus that we sang. And it was like everybody at Governor School. And at Arkansas, there's 400 people at Governor School. I don't know how it is here. But so I had like 400 people like singing back at me like what I had written. And that was just like, I was like, oh my gosh, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
I know. That must feel awesome though.
I know, it was incredible.
Yeah, and speaking of musical theater and like acting and stuff, if you could play like any celebrity in a play or like a musical or a movie or anything, who would it be?
Taylor Swift, love of my
really?
life. She's my everything.
She's so brilliant.
She is.
Did you get to see the Eras tour?
I did.
Oh, I'm so happy for
I went
you.
to Denver, and I got
Denver.
Picture to Burn. So I beat everybody except for the people who got clean. I hate the people who got
Throwback.
clean because I'm so jealous of them, but it's okay.
Well, we want to play a quick little game with you. We're going to call it Wave Song Association. So we're going to throw a word at you, and you try and sing just a little part of a song that has that word in it.
Okay, I'll do
So,
my best.
Danny, would you like to start off with the
Yeah.
first word?
Okay, so the first word is friend.
Friends. That's how you spell friends. That's what I got.
Yeah.
Good
Okay.
job. Okay, water.
And if you feel you're sinking, I will jump right over into cold, cold water for you.
Oh, good one.
Justin Bieber.
I know. I'm not a big fan of
Little
his, but that
throwback.
song slaps so hard.
Dance.
Just dance. That's
Ooh.
All right, a little
Lady
Lady Gaga,
Gaga.
fan. All right, so this is going to be our last one for you. Nothing.
can I sing my own song, guys?
Yeah.
There we go.
Go ahead.
Well, I guess they'll hear it in a second.
Yeah.
But
Do you have any other for nothing then? If you don't want to, if you want to hold out the surprise.
nothing's coming to me.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. I'm
So
sorry,
you're
guys.
basically saying, I Have Nothing by Whitney Houston.
Yes. I Have Nothing by Whitney Houston.
That's it. That's
Right.
the song.
All right, well, would you like to let everyone know where they can find your music at and find you at on social platforms?
Yeah, so just look up Nat Shunk on Spotify if you want to see, or Apple Music, if you want to see any of my stuff. It's NATSHUNK. And that's the same for my TikTok, but there's a period in between them, so nat.shunk. And then my Instagram is Natalie Shunk.
All right, cool. They'll find you. All right, well, thank you so much for sitting down with us today. We hope you had a great time. Now, we're going to head to music news. If you like a little comedy alongside your music performances like I do, then get ready. Ariana Grande and Casey Musgraves have been announced as two of the next musical guests for Saturday Night Live. This marks both artists' third time appearing on SNL. Ariana will appear on the March 9th episode to promote her upcoming album titled Eternal Sunshine, which is set to release the day before. Casey is taking the stage on the March 8th episode to promote her latest project, Deeper Well, which hits shelves on March 15th. Will you be tuning in?
Bridget Mendler has quite the resume on her hands, starring in Disney Channel's Good Luck Charlie and Lemonade Mouth, releasing fire music such as Ready or Not and Hurricane, a JD degree from Harvard Law, and now she is the CEO of Northwood Space. Northwood plans to produce antennas on the Earth to connect and send information to satellites up in space. Mendler has also announced that she has adopted a 4-year-old boy. We are so happy for Bridget as she is living her best life. But what we really want to know is, Bridget, where is the new album?
The Roots Picnic lineup has been announced for 2024, and there's some big names on the bill. The Roots Picnic was founded in 2008 by the band The Roots, which is best known for being on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. The Philadelphia-based music festival will host stars like Lil Wayne, Victoria Monet, Nas, Gunna, Sexy Red, and many more. The 2-day festival will take place June 1st and 2nd. To grab your tickets, head to www.therootspicnic.com.
It has just been announced that the Beatles will be having a biopic released in 2027, but the twist and shout is there will be 4 separate movies. Each film will be in the perspective of a different member from the iconic group. The series of movies will be directed by Sam Mendes, who has previously directed Skyfall and 1917. Casting has yet to be announced, but after great biopics about Queen, Elton John, and Whitney Houston, we are definitely in for a treat.
And that's it for this week's music news.
We'll be right back with Nat Shunk.
We'd like to thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of The Wave.
As always, be sure to check out our Instagram every Wednesday for new episodes. To close out this episode,
She's about to hit a slam dunk.
please give a hand for Nat Shunk.
Maybe it is me, maybe I talk too much, too self-centered, hurting everyone I love. Or maybe it is you, ignoring all my pain, you throwing baggage on me, not your baggage claim. Keep coming back, expecting change, but nothing as you still have your same old ways. All I wanted was to find someone like you, but all this time you made me feel like I was nothing to you. I was nothing to you. There with your constant complaining, your selfish thoughts, thinking about yourself non-stop. Thought I broke your heart, but that wasn't true. I was just something to use, something to use. Shut yourself down, you won't talk to me. Thought it would help, but it's only pushing me away. But I was here to stay, you know that's your choice and that's on you, babe. All I wanted was to find someone like you, but all this time you made me feel like I was nothing to you, nothing to you. Dealt with your constant complaining, your selfish thoughts, thinking about yourself non-stop. Thought I broke your heart, but that wasn't true. I was just something to use, something to use. And all this time I thought that you would learn something new. Life's not about you, but here we are, and nothing's changed from your point of view. You know you hurt me too. You dropped things on me while you knew every little thing I was going through. So I say stop, I need some time off, time to think it through. Maybe you should too. I keep getting hurt, thinking something's gonna change, but you're still the same. I can't keep playing this stupid game. My walls were high, but you broke them down. And now that you're in, you don't wanna be around. All I wanted was to find someone like you, but all this time you made me feel like I was nothing to you, nothing to you. There with your constant complaining, selfish thoughts, thinking about yourself non-stop. Thought I broke your heart, but it wasn't true. I was just something to use, something to use. And all this time I thought that you would learn something new. Life's not about you, but here we are, and nothing's changed from your point of view. You know you hurt me too. You dropped things on me while you knew every little thing I was going through. So I say stop, I need some time off, time to think it through. I think you should too, I think you should too.